I'm great. We have Jeff here. So Jeff, where are you from?
Orlando, Florida.
Nice. And how long have you been riding?
Off and on for about a year and a half.
Awesome. So how'd you get into hydrofoiling? Did somebody introduce you, or?
Yeah, I blew my ACL and tore my meniscus.
Ouch.
My background's in wakeboarding. And I started being a boat driver, and my buddy had a sky ski. Hopped on it, picked it up pretty quick, and bought my own.
Nice. Been doing it ever since. You love it?
Absolutely.
Awesome. So what kind of things do you do to challenge yourself to, start a new trick or that sort of thing?
I crash a lot, and I learn, going from more painful to less painful, I'm learning, so.
Awesome. So you crash a lot, so what's your best wipeout?
I don't know. What do you mean?
A trick that you did a really nasty wipeout on.
Learning the wake roll was pretty painful. Face plants, any face plant.
Oh. All right, are you working on any new tricks this year?
I want to do the 360.
Awesome.
Haven't tried it yet, but it's coming.
And what do you see yourself doing in the next year or so? You got any
Hydrofoil
goals?
was?
Yeah.
I'm going to upgrade to a UFO rear wing and then call it quits. Spending too much money.
Awesome. All right, and did you ride well today?
Yeah, I stuck the gainer. First try yesterday and today. No complaints. Could have done more small things, but not a big deal. It's all about fun. Had a good time.
Exactly. Great. All right. Well, thank you so much. Thanks
Thank
for
you.
coming out.
You're just going to upgrade to one wing?
I've got a Mach 2.5.
Yeah, it's just you just can't stop there.
I could maybe add a third wing.
Yeah.
To have a new foil.
Hi. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. You want to introduce yourself and tell us where you're from and how long you've been riding?
Shannon Pope from Lake Forest, North Carolina. Been riding about 4 to 5 years.
Awesome. So how'd you get into hydrofoiling?
Like the other guy earlier, I blew my knee out wakeboarding and was the boat driver for about 6-8 months and saw Ray Brantley out with hydrofoiling and decided to get one and give it a try.
Awesome. What is your favorite trick?
Front flip.
That's awesome. And how do you challenge yourself?
I see things that people do online and think that it looks pretty fun or difficult, and I want to give it a try. So I push myself quite a bit. Take a lot of pain for it.
Great.
It's good stuff.
And now hydrofoiling is a pretty fairly new sport. So how do you think we could better this sport?
Yeah, that's a tough question. I mean, I think definitely events like this, trying to get hooked up with the wakeboarders or other ski competition shows, things like that, I think would generate a lot of interest. Training days out on the lake, inviting other riders to come ride with you, things like that.
Awesome. Okay, well, thank you so much for coming out.
Thank you.
Nice meeting you.
Okay, Jacksonville's Brad Smith out there on his first pass. Running that LA38. Max there in the fling wing.
All right, how are you today?
I'm great. Hope you are.
I'm great. Do you want to introduce yourself and tell us where you're from and how long you've been riding?
My name is Travis Murray. I live in Bennett, North Carolina. Been foiling for about 9 months.
Ooh, oh, great. How'd you get into it?
Just got tired of the knee
Thanks,
bar
Mike.
and the wakeboard, and I wanted to do something different.
Do you have a favorite trick?
Anyone I don't fall on.
That seems to be a lot of people's responses. How do you challenge yourself to try new things?
Well, I got a couple of good friends, Keith and BJ, that kind of push me to make me do a little more. So it kind of helps.
What's your favorite part of hydrofoiling?
Just the ease of the ride. Really easy on you, don't hurt your body.
Not at all?
Not really, not much crack.
I can't even seem to get up on it, so I give you guys a ton of props. Did you have a good ride today?
No, a little better yesterday.
Oh, well, that's okay.
You'll be all right.
All right, well, thank you so much. Thanks
you.
for coming out. All right, can you introduce yourself for us and tell us where you're from and how long you've been riding?
Yes, my name is Pete Dodson from Lantana, Florida. I've been riding about 10 years. Got into a sport from a friend of mine who actually died in 2004. But I carried on the foiling that he taught me, and I got with these wonderful people, and I learned a lot more.
That's great. All right, so you told us how you got into hydrofoiling. What's your favorite trick?
Well, I don't have any specific favorite trick because I'm trying to make sure that I do them all perfectly executed, because I've done it where I've learned a trick and then I've concentrated on it so much that I've lost a trick that I already had. So I like to try to keep them all current.
That's good advice for up-and-coming hydrofoilers as well.
Without a doubt. Don't lose what you had.
What did you see yourself doing in the next year? Do you have any big goals or anything like that?
Yeah, well, I certainly enjoy the Florida events, mainly because I'm from Florida, and it's a lot easier for me to get here, monetarily wise and all that. When there is another one here in the fall, I'll definitely be here. I'd like to increase my advanced tricks. I need to get a switch, front flip. I'd like to get into the helis. I need combos. So, I got some work to do. But hydrofoiling it's a tough sport. It's kind of frustrating at times, but you just got to stick it out.
Great, thank you so much.
Absolutely, my pleasure.
How's it going?
Good.
You want to introduce yourself and tell us where you're from and how long you've been riding?
I'm Chandler. I've been riding for under a year in Kannapolis.
Great. What's your favorite trick?
Right now, the front roll.
Awesome. And how'd you get into hydrofoiling?
Just watching my dad ride.
Great. Do you have any big goals for 2009?
Front flip and a 360.
Those are pretty tough tricks. Sound like it. Gonna take a lot of work.
A lot of pain.
A lot of pain. So, I feel like you have to have a lot of upper body strength. Do you work out? Do you have how do you stay so fit?
I don't work out. I just ride a lot.
Okay. Did you ride well today?
Not too good.
No. That's all right. We all have our ups and downs, but it looked good out there to me. All right. Well, thanks for coming out. Nice meeting you.
Go.
All right. Can you introduce yourself for us and tell us where you're from and how long you've been riding?
Yes, I'm on Hank Hill. I sell propane and propane accessories.
Gino.
I'm Gino Yockler, thank you.
How long have you been hydrofoiling?
Oh, it's been a long road. It's 19 years. Yep.
And how did you first get started?
Well, I saw Mike Murphy out on the water in San Antonio, Texas at SeaWorld. He was doing a promo going to all the professional ski shows, and I saw that crazy thing jump out of the water and just had to have one.
Love at first sight. What do you see yourself doing in the next year? Do you have any big goals?
Living. That's a good one. No, just kidding. But yeah, that's one of the goals. But I'd like to maintain, and also actually I got a couple modes I want to work on. I want to work on some gear. I've got a new actual. It's a good time to announce it. Of course, I'm officially a sky ski rider now. I've been with Air Chair since 1996, ever since I broke the world record for the most flips in an hour. Of course, just recently, Bill von Zabern broke that record. Unfortunately, he left us 2 months after, so he's no longer with us. But an amazing feat that he did, 3,058 flips in 6.5 hours.
Oh my
Incredible,
goodness.
non-stop, did not stop once.
That is insane.
Yeah, so the Sky Ski actually picked me up where Air Chair left off, and I couldn't be happier. They're giving me an actual G38 complete Gino Yockler Pro ski. So I'm not sure when that'll be out, but at the latest it'll be next year, possibly the end of this year. So you'll be able to get exactly how I ride it. You'll buy it right out of the box.
Wow, awesome! Congratulations.
Well, thank you.
So since you've been riding for so long, what is some advice that you would give to a beginner skier?
Stretch.
Stretch.
Yeah, well, I think the biggest reason why a lot of people leave sports is because, there's a couple reasons, obviously, but injury is a big concern for people. And if you keep your body strong, which I'm not as strong as I'd like to be, but try to stay fit and keep your core really strong. If you have weak muscles, you're definitely more prone to get injured. So absolutely, stay strong, stretch, and have fun.
Awesome. And one last question: where's your favorite place to ride?
Well, this is nice. Wouldn't say it's my all-time favorite. Where were we a couple years ago? Beautiful place out west. Trying to think of the name of the lake, but yeah, you know, I'm drawing a blank. But it's out there by you know, Las Vegas. It's just a beautiful. All those places out there where it's dry, but you've got water and you got mountains in the background. I just love places like that. Switzerland was another great place to ride. Yeah, I've had a lot of good experiences. We've been to Australia. I've been all over the world, and it's all because of water skiing. And of course, now this is last 19 years, hydrofoiling has taken me a lot of places as well.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much.
Yep, no problem. Thank you for having us here, and it's a great event. Looking forward to having another one.
Great. All right, how's it going? Do you want to introduce yourself and tell us where you're from and how long you've been riding?
Sure, Lauren, I'll do that. I'm gonna ski great today. What's that word? I'm a little, I got a lot of work ahead of me. My name's Benton Travis. I've been skiing foiling for about 6.5 or 7 years. Austin, Texas.
Texas. We have hydrofoiler and country singer over here. You know, you heard him last night. How'd you get into hydrofoiling?
Some other guys were talking a little bit ago. They blew their knees out wakeboarding. I fall in that category.
Wow.
I saw a guy after I was at the lake pouting about my knees being blown out and couldn't ski anymore. And I saw a guy go by and hydrofoil, and he did a flip.
Hi, Swan.
And yeah, I said that's for me. Wheelchair on the water rascal, butt ski, yeah.
So you've also been skiing for a while. What advice would you give to a beginner skier?
I like girls.
Yeah.
Stick with that.
Girls.
And yeah, hang around your friends. Your friends are your support group, and this community is a really good community to bring kids up in. I've got 3 kids myself, and I like all the people to influence them in a positive way, which this community seems to really lend itself to.
Great. And how do you think we could better this sport? Get some more people out here?
Bikini contests do a pretty good job. Maybe even a karaoke contest, slip and slide for the kids to run around on, you know. But I think Brad and the Team Hydrofoil and all the sponsors have done a great job with this event. So just kind of stick with this and let's just grow it.
Right. It's awesome what you guys do. How
Thank
about
you, Lauren.
No problem. You have like the worst crash or the best crash that you've ever had doing a trick?
Pretty much every time I go out and ride, there's a spectacular crash in store for me. Yeah, I mean, just watch the video of the 08 Worlds. Dan Pohl is really good at capturing my best moments when I crash, so there's lots of it.
Great. All right, well, you're awesome. Thanks for coming out.
You're awesome too, Lauren. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, how's it going, dude?
Good.
Can you introduce yourself for us?
I'm Peter Dodson. I'm from Florida, and I've been skiing for 3 months.
He knows the deal already. Awesome. We also got a Penguins fan here. NHL playoff.
Penguins and NBA Heat.
Go Hurricanes!
Hurricanes suck!
So how old?
Gators rule!
Smart man!
So how old are you?
10. I mean 11.
11.
I turned 11 Thursday.
Oh, happy birthday.
Yeah.
How'd you get into hydrofoiling?
My dad, he found an old hydrofoil he had in the attic, and I used it.
Oh. And do you have a favorite trick?
Well, I guess an air jump, because I don't know much.
Well, that's okay. You're young. You still got all the time in the world. What's your favorite thing about hydrofoiling?
Just how you can go out there and have fun.
Yeah, you like competing too?
Yeah.
Awesome. Where do you see yourself in the next year? What kind of tricks do you want to learn?
Doing gainers.
Gainers? Awesome. Okay, dude, well, keep up the good work. Thanks for coming out.
Sure.
Check.
Testing.
All right, how's it going, guys?
Great. I'm glad Brad got the short chair and not me.
Better than riding the short bus, so we're good.
Can you guys introduce yourselves real quick? Tell us where you're from and how long you've been riding.
My name is BJ Ongst. I'm from Fuquay, North Carolina. I've been riding about 4 years.
How about you?
I'm sorry, my name is Brad Schmidt. I've been riding for about 3 years. I'm here locally in Jacksonville, Florida.
Great. So we got a couple questions. What do you guys do to challenge yourself?
I compete against Brad Schmidt.
Spin that. I ride with a lot of local riders here in Jacksonville.
You're smaller than everybody else.
That really pushed me to step up my game. So, and then, of course, BJ's competition keeps me going.
Right. Who is your favorite rider? Do you have a rider that inspires you?
BJ, yeah.
Yeah, mine would have to be Brad. Do you know why?
Hello.
Because no matter how high he goes on his skidders and how scared he gets, he still tries them.
No reason why.
How about, can you guys tell us about like your worst crash or your best wipeout?
I did a wake front flip, just learning them the other day, and it turned into a wake glide where I lost the handle. It wasn't very good. Didn't turn out good.
Doesn't sound like it did. How about you?
Well, you know, I really can't think of crashes, but on the off chance that it does happen, it's probably on a skidder.
All right, well, we have one last question for you guys. Who's the better hydrofoiler?
Go ahead.
It's Brad.
Let's ask the crowd.
I have to agree. Ask the crowd. Ask the crowd. They saw us ride.
Let's hear it for BJ. All right, let's hear it for Brad. Sounds like BJ might have won that.
Yeah, I did.
All right, well, thanks, guys.
Okay, I'd like to take a minute to thank East Coast Hydrofoils. This has been a wonderful tournament. The sponsors are awesome. Thanks to Gino for coming out and doing the denos, everybody for coming out and riding, and especially MJ for coming all the way from Minnesota. Great.
I'm not going to specify anybody because I'd probably miss somebody here, take them. So thanks to everybody, all the riders, competitors, family, friends, as well as all the sponsors, everybody behind the scenes who did everything, those who brought, brought stuff out, even a cooler full of water, Gatorade, that sort of stuff, from those that did everything to a little bit of help. We appreciate it.
Give it up for everyone. Come on.
Let's hear it.
Good.
All right, how's it going?
Great, how you doing?
I'm fantastic. Can you introduce yourself? Tell us where you're from and how long you've been riding?
Yeah, my name is Eric Stegner. I'm from Raleigh, North Carolina, and I've been riding for about 3 years now, going on my 4th.
Raleigh, North Carolina.
And how'd you get started in hydrofoiling?
I was, one of those wakeboarders, slalom skiers, and I was out at the lake one day, and we get all these boats out there making a lot of chop, and I saw this guy on a hydrofoil, and he was cutting through the water, and I was like, I could ride one of those and have fun and not be beat up by all the chop. And about a year later after riding, I saw Ray Brantley and some guys flipping these things, and I said, oh, I gotta go get one, and never looked back.
Great. What's your favorite part of hydrofoiling?
It's the people. It's what we're doing right now, right? We're hanging out, having a good time,
Definitely.
and good friends, good times, lots of good memories.
Yeah, this is awesome.
Oh, karaoke, absolutely. 1 o'clock at night, drunk, screaming. I'd hate to be the neighbors.
Do you have a favorite rider or someone that inspires you, and why?
Oh, I'm just gonna play to it. Oh, Gino Yonkler, he is amazing. Let's just pump his ego up even more, because I want to see something big in his next run.
Great. And how do you think we could better this sport and get some more people out here hydrofoiling?
Oh, I think it's the things that everybody's doing. I think it's word of mouth and just the people itself, right? I mean, you've got a great group of people, and they're doing more of these events. This is my first competition, and I like to see more of them. So it's continue to support what we're doing here.
You feel good about your first competition?
Yeah, I'm very pleased. I went out and I rode behind a nautique for the first time, and it was a little weird, but being a Mastercraft guy, I quickly tried to adjust and sped the boat up a little bit, and hopefully you guys enjoyed my run today. I felt much better the second time.
Great, awesome. Well, thanks so much for coming out.
Well, thank you. Thanks for having us.
I'm going.
Are you going?
All right, so can you introduce yourself real quick?
That knee, I couldn't do it, and I was swivel skiing at the time, and thought I would try it, and then it kind of stuck.
No way, and now you are #1 woman in the world, right? How's that feel?
That's good. I just can't wait for Casey to beat me, though. Is that next year?
Where's your favorite place to ride?
Probably at home, just outside, or actually Powell, too. That's up there.
Yeah.
Like Powell.
So for all your beginner hydro skiers out there, do you have any advice for them?
Get out there and ride. Try to find someone, learn some tricks. That's the best way to learn. Just learn from somebody else. Don't take those falls if you don't need to.
And Casey's YouTube videos, right? All right, well, thank you so much. You're awesome.
Thanks. Good luck, everybody.
All right, can you introduce yourself for us and tell us where you're from and how long you've been hydrofoiling?
My name is Camden Davis. I'm from Green Cove Springs. I've been hydrofoiling maybe 2 years.
Awesome. How old are you?
10.
Great. And how'd you get into it?
From Cat and Mike and Fred Davis over there. Other sky skiers.
Awesome. And so what's your favorite trick, or what do you like best about hydrofoiling?
It would be that it's not as rough as wakeboarding. It's like real smooth going down the water.
Great. And what kind of tricks do you want to start to learn? What are you going to work on this year?
Probably a backflip.
A backflip, eventually. Whoa, that's pretty sweet. Did you have fun at the competition? How do you feel like you did?
Do you have a mini DV?
Okay.
They're using
That's all right. That's all right. You have something else you want to say?
What kind of tape is it?
You guys shut up.
All right, well, awesome that you're 10 years old and doing this. Great job.
Thanks.
Are you just here for the chicks?
You gotta grab your camera.
Pretty much.
All right, good job, dude. Thank you. Introduce yourself for us. Tell us where you're from and how long you've been hydrofoiling.
My name is Will Williamson. I've been hydrofoiling for about 4 years now, a little over 4 years. I live right here in Jacksonville, Florida.
Great. How'd you get into it?
Borrowed a friend's one time and couldn't do it very good, so I kept trying till I could.
Awesome. So what types of things do you do to challenge yourself? You know, to try new things, and this and that.
Competitions like this and the fly-ins, watch other skiers who quite a bit better than me. It pushes me to try a little harder.
And do you have some advice for all those first-timer skiers? What would you say to them?
This is a great sport.
Yeah.
I missed it. Do it again.
So you're just here for the chicks too, right?
Aren't we all? We're guys.
What do you see yourself doing in the next year? You got any big goals?
I'll probably follow her. I hope to land a few more tricks, a few more rat tricks, maybe some moves.
Great, awesome. Well, thank you so much for coming out.
Okay, nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you too. How are you? Great. All right, well, you know the deal. How about you introduce yourself? Tell us how long you've been hydrofoiling, where you're from.
I'm Ray Brantley, originally from Kinston. I live in Raleigh, North Carolina, and I've been hydrofoiling about 11 years.
Great. How did you first get into it?
My brother and I were out on the lake one day, and we saw a guy coming by on a hydrofoil back in 1996, I think it was.
Oh, wow.
And jumping the wake back and forth, and we said, wow, that's cool. We gotta get one of those.
You got one and been doing it ever since?
Well, my brother found one. They were $700, and I said, I'm not spending $700 on a toy. So he found a used one for $350, and we split it.
Oh, nice.
So that's how I got introduced to hydrofoiling.
Good deal. Do you have a favorite rider or a rider that inspires you? And why?
Well, my brother inspired me. He was out doing flips and tricks and front flips in 1997, back when nobody else was really doing them, especially on the East Coast. And he inspired me to start doing tricks.
How do you think we could better this sport and get some more participation?
Events like this, if somebody could come out with a low-cost ski that everybody could afford, big deal right there.
Definitely, I agree. And what do you see yourself doing? You got any big goals for 2009?
To get my shoulder healthy.
Oh, you got a hurt shoulder.
Yeah. I've got a rotator cuff issue.
From hydrofoiling?
No, it's actually from getting run over by a snowboarder.
Oh my goodness.
But, Trying to get something done about that.
Yeah.
Maybe surgery, maybe not.
Whatever it takes.
Yep.
All right, awesome. Well, thank you so much for coming out.
Thank you.
All right, there, buddy. You want to introduce yourself? Tell us where you're from and how long you've been hydrofoiling.
Martin Bugby. Probably been riding hydrofoil for about 12 years. I'm from Jacksonville.
How'd you get into it?
From show skiing. Just some people on the show ski team had a hydrofoil, so we just start riding it from there.
What's your favorite part about hydrofoiling or your favorite trick?
I just love doing it, getting upside down.
You use the whole experience.
Yeah.
What do you do to challenge yourself?
Just try new tricks and get higher and stuff like that. Yeah.
Great, you got big goals for 2009?
Yeah, I like to learn fronts and ball and chain and threes. Stuff like that.
How you feeling about the competition? You're competing against my cousin, you know that.
Good.
Awesome, all right. Well, thank you so much for coming out. It was nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you. Thanks.
All right, so can you introduce yourself for everyone? Tell us where you're from and how long you've been hydrofoiling.
My name's Casey Chismar. I've been foiling for about 4 years or so, and I'm from Charlotte, North Carolina.
And how'd you first get into it?
I actually saw Mike Murphy out on my lake doing it and had him teach me.
Awesome. What's your favorite part, your favorite trick?
My favorite trick is probably my gainer or roll.
Yeah, you do those pretty well.
Yeah, I do them all the time.
I've got one cool cousin. What do you see yourself doing in the next year? What are your big goals and plans, Keith?
360s. Apparently I'm not allowed to go to nationals without doing them.
Oh, who said that?
Jake Bradley.
You better get working on those.
Yeah.
So do you have a favorite rider, or what rider inspires you?
Probably MJ, just because she's the girl and #1.
That's awesome. Girl power.
And I'm going to beat her sometimes.
All right, how are you feeling about the competition?
Okay, not bad. It was good.
Not bad? Yeah, you did pretty well. All right, well, this is Casey Chismar. Thank you so much. All right, well, how about you introduce yourself, tell us where you're from and how long you've been hydrofoiling.
My name's Jason Launder. I'm from Jacksonville, and I've only been foiling for like 2 years.
That's it. How'd you first start?
Keith saw some people foiling, and he's like, I have to do that, so he bought one, and I kind of just followed what he was doing.
What's your favorite part about hydrofoiling?
Showing off.
Yeah? That's understandable. Do you have a favorite rider or somebody that inspires you?
Pretty much everybody in all the divisions above me. I look up to them. I want to be as good as them and compete against them all the time.
Great. And do you have any big goals for 2009?
I want to learn how to do the front in 3, and yeah, that's about it.
Great. Awesome. Are you feeling good about the competition?
Yeah. I skied well yesterday. Today wasn't too good, but I finished it up pretty well, I guess.
Awesome. Well, thank you. Good luck. And thanks for all your work out on the boat, too.
Woo! All right, let's hear it now. Put your hands together, Jason.
Okay. Really? This has to be loud?
Yes. You want to introduce yourself and tell us where you're from and how long you've been riding?
My name is Thomas Powers. I've been riding 4 years. Live in Orange Park, Florida.
Awesome. And what's your favorite ride or trip?
Anything.
Anything?
Anything I land.
Awesome. And how'd you get into hydrofoiling?
Captain Mud.
Yeah, he just introduced you to it.
He was riding one day and introduced me to the game.
Cool. And what do you see yourself doing in the next year? Do you have any big goals for 2009?
I guess to wake up.
What about for hydrofoiling?
Wake up to come to an event, I guess.
Are you working on any new tricks?
Gonna try to start some combos soon, I hope.
What kind of combos?
Just roll the rolls.
Awesome. Okay, did you have a good ride today?
Yes, I have. And once again, everybody at East Coast Hydrofoils have had a great tournament down here.
Great. Well, thank you very much.
Okay, looks like Casey's getting ready to get pulled out of the water.
Come on, Case.
Casey's also been a very active mover and competitor in the hydrofoil community. She was okay, Casey on her first pass. Tail grab air jump. Lots of great style points. Fashion skitter. Again, this division is going to come down to style points. Big Undertaker. Air method air jump. Good first pass for Casey. Starts her second pass. Big air jump up across that way. Hard aggressive jump. Ooh, big floater. Wrapping up that style points. Wait. Method grab on that wake jump. Shifty. And these riders have 5 points third pass of the afternoon. Aggressive cut to grab a good air there.
Offside invert.
Makes that hard aggressive cut. Set up for a weight gainer. Very tough trick. Keep that end over end hitting that weight.
Offside gainer, good.
Air gainer.
Good.
Oh, just a little over rotation on that wake roll.
Do a startup roll. Yeah.
150 yards. It's a
yeah.
Air roll.
Woo! Oh, I missed it.
Way to finish off the run.